Thanks for tuning into Ranger Rex. I'm Zath, and today I'll be talking to you about Dark Knights of Steel, a new comic from DC Comics written by Tom Taylor, with art by Yasmin Purti. All artwork shown is owned by its respective creators. Debuting in November of 2021, Volume 1 quickly sold out due to its popularity, and I can understand why. Who knew a medieval alternate universe setting with fan-favorite comic book superheroes would actually be good? The story begins with a tale we're familiar with. The planet Krypton is on its last terrible moments. But, unlike the previous telling, this time it's Jor-El and his pregnant wife Laura that board the spaceship to flee their doomed world. They crash land on a strange new planet, but the impact has sent Laura into labor. In the distance, Jor-El sees armed cavalry charge them. He begs them to stop, but all men fear what they do not understand. The new planet has granted Jor-El new powers, and in a moment of desperation, he vaporizes the would-be attackers with a glance, and then goes to hold his newborn son, promising his family that everything is going to be alright. In the far-off Kingdom of Storms, John Constantine is in a catatonic state, speaking a prophecy of doom. The reader then jumps 19 years in the future. The Elves are now the ruling monarchs of the kingdom. At their castle, Prince Kal-El asks Bruce, one of his family knights, if he can go with him to investigate a possible assassin, who also happens to be a known metahuman. In typical Batman fashion, he declines with a glare for good measure. Both Kal-El and Batman have great character design. I really like the clever placement of the S crest on Kal-El's outfit. Because they are viewed with suspicion due to their strange powers, the Elves have many enemies, and our Dark Knight takes it upon himself to keep the House of El safe by imprisoning all metahumans inside the castle's dungeon. We also get to see a dapper-looking Alfred, and can I just say he looks awesome? So let's take a moment to appreciate his character design. We then jump forward to my favorite part of issue 1, in which Batman and Alfred come upon a village gate asking for Richard and Duke to report. The two Robins spring out of the shadows to update Bruce on the situation. I absolutely love the small details of their Robin costumes, where we see their trademark colors amidst their uniform. I was equally surprised and grateful to see Stephanie included, sporting her spoiler trademark purple. And Jason is always going to be his sarcastic self. Jason drags an unconscious innkeeper from the inn after negotiations break down. We are then introduced to the target of Bruce's hunt. A very familiar face and one of my favorite DC superheroes, Black Canary. Seriously, is there anything cooler than fighting crime in a black leather jacket? No, there isn't. When Bruce tries to detain his subject, Dinah fights back. In this brawl, we see the trademark canary cry, since she's not going to allow herself to be locked up for no reason. The Robins dive for cover as the inn is torn to pieces. However, in the aftermath of the scream, Bruce is still standing. Dinah doesn't understand why he isn't dead despite having direct exposure from her attacks. Bruce mutters a reply, "I don't know." The reader is left to wonder about the nature of Bruce Wayne in this universe. As she gets ready for another sonic bombardment, Kal-El flies in covering her mouth. The artist did a great job with Kal-El's expression here. He looks very much like the stately prince he is, arrogant and confident as he looks down at Dinah. After knocking Dinah unconscious, we are then taken back to the Elves' castle, where Bruce, Alfred, and Kal-El are greeted by Harley Quinn. Harley's popularity has shot up quite a bit in recent years, and it was nice to see her break up Team Stoic, with some comedy including flicking Bruce's bat ear helmet. To no one's surprise, she is the court jester. In the throne room, we see a little rift emerge between Bruce and Kal-El as they disagree on the manner in which metahumans are being handled in the kingdom. They don't see eye to eye on the importance of traditions, royal and otherwise. Laura finally explains a bit about Bruce's past. Thomas and Martha Wayne were the previous monarchs and became friends with the Elves. The last few pages of this issue raise more questions for the reader than answers, and there's a huge revelation and a cliffhanger that you will want to experience firsthand, so I won't spoil it here for you. Trust me, it's good. Overall, the volume left me with a handful of questions. How did the Elves go from crash landing on a new planet to become the ruling family of their kingdom? What happened to the Wayne family? What other DC superheroes will show up in this universe? And you know, that ending page? I think this issue has done a great job laying the groundwork for an amazing series. It has great writing, stunning artwork, and clever panel layouts. In all honesty, this has to be one of the best comic book series I've read in quite a while. I think it will be one of my favorite short series. This title is slated to have 12 issues in total. Recently, it has been announced that there will be a prequel one-shot to this series as well, titled Dark Knights of Steel, Tales from the Three Kingdoms, releasing on September 6th. Without a doubt, I will be picking up any and all Dark Knights of Steel titles. Thank you all for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I have been dying to talk about this series. If you've already read this series, let me know what you think in the comments below, or message me over at Twitter. If you've enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Zath. Have a good day.